darlings, how gorgeous it is and sunny. And I don't know about you, but I'm feeling everything's just moving forward. It's almost a year since we started, and suddenly there's light again, and there's sunshine, and there's daffodils. And I have a feeling of, it doesn't mean we're out of the woods at all, but I have a feeling of hope. There's something that just gives me a different energy, and I feel a bit better. What about you guys?
Yeah,
I do. I said to Keely yesterday, I never want to go through a winter like this again. And I don't just mean COVID. I mean, I don't know about you, but I think we've had more snow this year than I can ever remember in my lifetime. I've never seen snow like it. You know, look at Texas, look at, you know, something happened to the world. And today, when I was out walking Teddy, I was looking at the trees, and I often talk to trees and my ducks and things, but the trees have got their little buds on them.
I know.
They've got
buds
everywhere.
I've got a camellia. My little pink camellia has got one bud that's already flowering, and I was like,
I know.
Yeah, and I've got snowdrops in my garden, and I
Yes,
didn't
but
even I don't know where they've come
snowdrops
from.
will be going. They'll be going now. Snowdrops.
Is that a
you see.
Will they? No,
I'm
and
afraid
you know the
so.
snowdrop flowers.
No, but they'll be going. The daffs come. The daffs only stay for a minute because they have a very short lifespan, and then the tulips come.
Yes,
and that's when you know
What
it's
are
spring.
the little purpley ones that look like
crocuses, dear, crocuses.
Crocuses.
Yeah.
Crocus. Is it crocus or crocuses?
Crocus.
And they smell beautiful.
Listen, Dee, when you're in public, please don't say that you've got snowdrops in your garden, because it doesn't sound quite right, okay? So just, you can say it to us, but not in public.
Not in my lady garden. Don't say lady garden.
I think
Don't
this
say
is
that.
this is getting this. Sherry, please bring in Sam. Sherry, this is too much on a Friday afternoon.
Too much information.
What's in this coffee?
Drink.
No, listen, girls. My wonderful friend, and I just think she's such a talented girl, wonderful actress, is coming in now, and she's called Samatha Giles. Where are you, Sam? Help us.
Hiya.
Sam, we are all insane this afternoon, so you have to brace yourself. I don't know what we've had, what's in the water, but we're like laughing nutters. Anyway,
Hyenas.
Very good.
I know we're
Sam,
talking,
but is there a reason? I know that Mercury went direct on the 21st of February, didn't it? Has that had a lot of difference on what's going to happen now?
Well, I think we've had a difficult sort of few weeks with Mercury going retrograde, because that when Mercury goes retrograde, it's as if it's moving backwards. It's not really moving backwards, it's just staying still. And what that means is things go wrong, you know, messages go missing, emails don't arrive, technically things go wrong, there are delays, anything to do with communication, which Mercury stands for. So once it starts moving again, which thankfully it has, then things should start picking up. So if you're waiting for
job offers, Sam? Is that why the job offers haven't come through? It's bloody Mercury.
Well, we're going, that's why they haven't come through, but we're going into the full moon tomorrow is a very cleansing full moon. So it is at 17 minutes past 8 tomorrow morning. And called the snow moon, so which is quite cute. I mean, I don't think we're going to get snow, but it's in the sign of Virgo, which is all about.
Well, I'm a Virgo. Does it help me?
Well, it will.
Nothing will help
definitely help you, because the Virgo traits are sort of attention to detail, health things always come up with Virgos. They're usually quite picky about food, or they, you know, they
tell me about it.
And they love cooking, and they do love anything to do with health and that kind of thing. So it's particularly good for Virgos, this full moon, and it's about cleansing yourself and toxifying.
Samantha,
sorry.
Do you have to actually go out and look at the full moon to get the benefits? Is that important?
No, I mean, it's nice to look at anyway, isn't it? You know, so tonight when it's really about to peak, it's lovely just to stand outside and have a little look at it and make a wish or whatever you want.
Sam, sorry to interrupt you, Sam, but this is what really interests me. So I've got all these crystals. Now, to cleanse them or to charge them, do I put them out tonight?
Yeah, what you need to do, most crystals you run underwater, just the tap, to cleanse them, and then you put them in a windowsill, really, with the curtains open, where the full moon's rays will shine down onto them, and that's how you cleanse them. But there's a couple of crystals that you don't cleanse like that are very porous. So selenite is one of them. It's got a sort of if you can see it, it's sort of like a cloudy crystal, and it's a very healing, cleansing crystal.
Oh, I like that crystal.
That's lovely.
And the fact that it's round, it's beautiful. So this one is used very much, if people call it the angel stone as well, really, because it sort of feels, there's something very protective and angelic about it.
What's the name of it again?
Selenite.
Selenite.
Selenite, yeah. But you don't cleanse this by running it underwater, because it's porous. You're not going to be able to cleanse it. The water's going to kind of absorb into it. So what you need to do with this is get your sage stick, and light it and sage it. So you put it's called smudging, when you light the stick and waft it around. And that cleanses certain crystals that are porous. So that's what you do with that one. You can sage yourself if you feel that you need to have a bit of a cleansing, really, in order to move on to, to embrace the spring that's coming. Then you can light your sage stick and sort of waft it around yourself. It's quite a strong smell. It's quite nice.
I was going to ask you,
Sherry's
Sam,
got to
about
be
the
careful,
spring.
because anything that Sherry does on her own, that I'm worried with fire and near her hair, for some reason terrifies me. I had this vision of her going up in Hopi candles the other day. So Sherry, if you do it, be careful, please.
Sam, I was going to ask you about the spring. What difference in energy, because we're all feeling kind of energized and happy today, and the light is different and everything else is changing. What effect has that, with all the things that you talk about and stuff? Does it make a difference?
Absolutely. We can already see new shoots coming up, the snowdrop, daffodils, etc. And the spring, the start of spring really is marked in the Wiccan calendar, if you like, at the beginning of February. That's when we sort of see that the light begins to change and things are beginning to change. So we're already a few weeks into it, so it makes sense that you're starting to feel this as well. And then spring equinox is later on in March, so that's going to be around the time that the clocks change. So obviously that's another thing that gives us more light, but it's really the whole circle of life, if you like. Things go to sleep, go dormant in the winter, and we all feel, sluggish. You tend to put on a bit of weight and want to just comfort and snuggle. And then as the days get longer and you start to see new growth, it just does this, we mirror the natural world, really. I think that's
Yes,
we certainly are today.
Is it true, Sam, that when I go into a shop with crystals, I'm usually attracted to one or two? So do you take that as, you need that particular one at that time, because it's giving you what you need at that time? Because there's different energies, aren't there, with crystals?
And you are attracted to different things. So that's the best thing to do, really, is to, if you're not sure what crystal you need, is to go into a shop and, like you say, see what you're drawn to. A good one just to start with, if you're starting out on a crystal journey, is just a piece of clear quartz. It probably looks a little bit similar on camera to selenite, but it's not actually. Clear quartz is very clear, and this can be cleansed under a tap because it's not porous. And this is called the master stone. So it sort of does everything, if you like. Whatever your intention is that you want this stone to help you with, it will help you with that if you are focused on that. And it makes other crystals that you're using around it stronger, because it sort of makes it their power. Just can't think of the word. Makes it stronger. Yeah.
Right. Oh, that sounds
Thank
really
you.
exciting.
That's fabulous.
I'm always attracted to the white stones. Not color, no color at all, only white or clear. So that must mean something about my kind of nature, mustn't it? That I don't know what it means, but it's interesting.
Yes, maybe it's to do with you having a very pure energy, And
Really?
maybe
Sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't. No, darling.
Yes, no,
Not
I
hearing
agree
this.
with Sam. Go on, Sam.
Yes, I know. Of course you do. Pure energy, my.
that anything that sort of vibrates at a different level to your frequency is quite stressful to you. I think you're probably quite sensitive as well if you're going.
I am,
Yes.
Sam. I am.
Yeah.
She's
I
very
used to
frail.
rose
Thinking, but I am.
My doggy's not been very well, Beanie, and it was very interesting. So I put round her little basket. I put round of some quartz crystals,
Yes.
all around her, rose quartz,
Oh, lovely.
all around her, healing crystals, and it's very interesting. I mean, that was my instinct to put that, and I put rescue remedy on her paws. I mean, so I'm just trying my hardest just to give her some good energy. And the rescue remedy, very interestingly enough, completely makes her, go to sleep.
Oh, wow.
I'm not surprised actually. It's supposed to really calm you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, very calming.
Yeah. So
We
what
should
is
probably-
rose quartz for, actually? Because I'm always attracted to rose quartz.
Well, it's a very gentle, loving stone. So it's good for feeling very calm. It calms you down because it's so gentle. It's a good stone, a healing stone, really. It's good for grief, funnily enough, as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just very gentle, loving sort of stone. And so it sort of makes you feel as if you're surrounded in a kind of little pink bubble, really, which is really lovely. Nice
That's lovely.
Oh, I might try that.
Yeah. And recently I had a facial with this lovely lady who did crystal healing at the same time as the facial. And it transported me into like a different zone. And I mean, everyone thinks I'm completely mad anyway, and I'm going to tell you what I experienced. But it's almost like I went back in time and I was walking through caves with women with long gowns on. And it was just, it felt like, does that sound mad to you?
Yes.
It doesn't to me. I'm open to all this, and I just think that anything that puts you into a very, very deep, relaxed state, you can access memories, maybe from past lives, or maybe, who knows? I just think you can access all sorts of things. It can and go with the journey that you go on, because sometimes it's your mind's way of giving you a message, I suppose.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And your mind can do very strange things, can't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, yours can, Sherry, anyway.
All the time. Sam, before you go, how are you getting on with your second book?
Well, I'm waiting for my edits. The sequel, the Rosemary sequel, is going to come out around October, and it's called Rosemary and the Book of the Dead. So I'm just waiting for my editor to come back to me with work in March to do on it. So yeah, that's quite exciting.
How exciting!
Really.
We look forward to meeting up with you, darling, because I think we're going to have lots of lovely, fun and wonderful times with you, because
and Sam,
you give so much.
Sam, do you have any cards with you today?
I've got, just whizzing over, I've only got the angel cards next to me.
Can you just give us a general WonderBirds reading, just one card?
Or just for me, Sam. Forget the other three.
No, forget that.
I know we all want one.
A general WonderBirds reading would be lovely for
Sherry's sensitivity coming out there, just for you, dear. Yeah.
We'll have. But do you remember last time? It was a really great card saying about the show going from strength to strength.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does somebody say stop?
Stop.
Right. Oh. Be gentle with yourself. So this card is about not pushing yourselves too much. It's about kind of taking a little bit of a breather, if you like, or having some breathing space to assess what's been going on and how you're feeling, and being kind to yourself. Now is not the time for going, oh, I just need to push a bit further, a bit harder. Now is the time for just going, let's enjoy where we're at, and let's really celebrate that, and let's be very kind to ourselves, and
just lovely.
Take a rest, maybe.
That's very helpful. Thank you. Really.
Have you got time just to do a quick round, like me first?
Me second and me third. Yeah.
Right. Say when.
Stop.
Okay. So you've got to spend more time outdoors.
Ooh.
But you're
So
sorry,
that-
you aren't now, dear.
So being in nature is obviously quite important for what you need at the moment, you know, spending time outside nature and bringing it indoors into your home if you can as well. So it's quite, it's saying that it's very, very healing to be outside and to be connecting with nature.
I agree. I completely agree. I said to myself, I said to the moon last night when I saw the moon and he had a face and I watched him, it must be 10 minutes. I don't know what anybody thought when they were looking at me. But I said to the moon, I said, you are a wonderful moon and I'm going to get out more and see you in the sky and the stars. So you've done it absolutely right, Sam.
Oh, that's good. Who's next then?
Okay.
Say when.
When?
Ooh. God is in charge. Now, this is a funny one. I always say to people, if people don't believe in God, you don't need to worry. It's you know, it will still mean something. And that card comes up when it's saying to you that you have been that you're a very independent person and that you don't like accepting or asking for help from anyone. But it's saying that you need to just take a break and actually get some help from people, you know, maybe say to friends or family, or can you just give me a hand with such and such? Lean on, don't be afraid to lean on people at the moment if you need them, because it's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength.
Thank you. Makes complete sense because I'm so exhausted with my sick doggy, so I do need help.
Harriet, you go next.
No, okay, I'll go third. Off you go,
Okay,
darling.
go on. Say when.
Now.
Your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. So that is about saying to you not to ignore any feelings that you have, but to actually listen to them, however much someone might try and talk you out of a situation or something. Your instincts are spot on and you need to go with them.
Well, that's
Thank
good.
you, darling. Thank you very much. That's very helpful and I will act on that.
Okay, and D, say when.
Now, please.
Oh, this is your life's purpose. So this card is saying to you, if there's anything you're thinking about doing or that you regret not doing, do it. Anything you feel drawn to that you keep kind of going, oh, no, I really can't do that, or I really shouldn't do that, do it, because that's the direction you should be going in.
Oh, exciting. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
Well,
Very
Brilliant.
I love it.
we will
Thank
see
you
you
so
next
much.
month for an update of something more expectant, exciting.
But no babies involved. No pregnancy
Please.
involved.
No babies, no.
No.
Can't think of words, too tired.
Oh, I
Okay.
hope doggy gets
Thank you, darling.
Thank
care.
Thank
you.
you. See you next month.
Bye,
Bye.
darling.
Bye, darling.
That was great.
Oh, wasn't that
Very
fabulous?
nice.
Oh, I love her. I think she's such a fabulous girl.
Oh,
Oh,
she's
really?
fantastic.
Really
Well,
so
yes,
good.
charming.
I love our monthly sort of readings, as it were, you know, our little,
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
all very interesting. Now then,
Exciting.
we do have something exciting, don't we?
Yes.
Sherry's Ragu is about to happen.
Yes.
I never want to hear that sentence again.
Well, we've had Dee with her
Gardens.
snowdrops and Sherry with her Ragu.
My Ragu.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's going to tune in ever again after today.
No, I think not. We have the fantastic Bob Barratt who's come to cook for us.
Yay.
Bob, are you there?
Whee!
Hello,
Hi,
darling.
Bob.
Hello. Hi.
Friday fun day.
Friday fun day. Of course, Friday.
Right.
It's always Friday fun day with the birds.
So
Always.
what have you got for us today, Bob?
Right. So I'm going to make a vegan bolognese.
Oh,
So it's
Delicious.
basically the one thing I missed when I was vegan. Everyone said, what are you going to miss? I said, I'm going to miss a bolognese.
Mm-hmm.
I love bolognese. I love bolognese more than anything in the world.
Yeah, me
And
too.
Right.
so I will
don't
just
tell
carry
your
on.
wife then.
No, I will.
Say, does your wife know?
That's awesome.
Just
Number
saying.
one love.
Of a thing. That's the one I love more than anything in the world. So, and I searched and searched and searched for a replacement bolognese and struggled and found it impossible because those corn mince bologneses, They're a bit. Oh, I love corn. The lentil bolognese is basically a lentil stew. It's not doesn't have that umami-ness and that unctuous, oh my God, quality.
So what have you found?
Well, I came across a guy called, my favorite ever chef is a guy called Yotam Ottolenghi, whoever.
Yes.
He's a genius.
Love Ottolenghi.
An absolute genius. And he's come up with a book called Flavor. And I watched on Saturday Kitchen Live him making lasagna with mushrooms, and it looked the most delicious thing in the world. So I bought the book, cooked that. It was incredible. And in the book, he has his ultimate tray bake ragu. And I cooked it and I almost cried. It was the most delicious thing.
Wow, how wonderful.
Oh,
And the great thing about him is because he's Israeli, he brings in sort of Turkish flavors, African flavors, as well as Italian flavors, as well as French. So he just seems to me the ultimate cook, because they're all in there. And this has ingredients you go, really? That? Because everyone knows, everyone makes bolognese. Everyone has their classic bolognese.
Yeah.
Onion, carrot, and celery, and then you add your meat, and then you add tomato paste, tomato puree, and you add tomatoes, and a bit of red wine or a white wine, and then you cook it up, and that's your bolognese.
Yeah.
This twice as many ingredients. So I just take you how to make it, and then show you the finished article.
Yeah.
Please.
Yes. Right. So please. So basically, onions, your carrots, mushrooms. He also uses porcini mushrooms and garlic and tomatoes. You blitz them all in the food processor. So it's so easy. All you've got to do is just peel them, chop them up, put them in there, blitz them, and you create this sort of mush, almost mush, very finely diced mush, the high-sided. So it's basically your roasting tray, which you use for beef or chicken. Then you...
In the olden days, Bob, not now.
In the olden
beef or chicken in the olden days. Now you're vegan, remember?
Not beef or chicken now. Bob is a friend of the beef and the chicken now, the cows and the chickens. Yes. So, and then you add flavor to it before you put it in the oven. So you add soy sauce. Now in our house, my eldest can't have soy. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to show this, which is, if you can see it there, it's coconut amino. It is absolutely it's soy sauce without the soy, and it is incredible. Like vegan butter, it's a winner all the way. So we use that instead of having in the original recipe. You use miso paste, but we have tahini, so we put tahini in instead, which is a similar-ish kind of thing. Yeah. You put rose harissa in it. Now harissa is harissa is Tunisian, and it adds not just a great depth of flavor because it's got paprika in it and it's got cumin in it and all sorts of different things.
Lovely.
It also has chili, so it gives it a slight heat, but not too much. Just a little back of the, you go, oh, that's got a little bit of heat in it, and it's just fantastic. So you add those ingredients to it, and then you put it in the oven for 40 minutes, and that's it. Then you bring it out, and you add more. So instead of having what adds the bulk, what replaces the mince is mushrooms. And when it comes out after 40 minutes, you put in green lentils. We can't use pearl barley because we have people in this house who can't eat pearl barley. So I put in more lentils, so 2 different types of lentils.
Okay.
Yeah. Then you add the water. So you add about a litre of stock. You add a good solid glass of red wine. You add water. So you put all that in, and you put it back in the oven for 40 minutes.
Yes.
And that's it. That's it. You put after 40 minutes, you take the foil off, you cook it up for 5 more minutes, you leave it for 15 minutes, and you have a ragu. And it looks like this.
Oh, fanfare, please.
So here we go, fanfare. This is one I made earlier. Well, you skip it all over the floor. So you take the foil off, and it looks like this. See, it looks mushy, but it looks like that.
Oh, it
Ooh.
looks like
Hungry.
bolognese.
That looks
fabulous,
amazing.
darling.
It smells good, but the thing is, it looks like bolognese. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Often when you
Rob.
make a vegan bolognese, you
Love
go,
it.
Yeah.
"Well,
Yeah.
it's
Can
all-"
I just ask you, please, the lentils, do they have to be dried or can they be tinned? Lentils.
They can be tinned. We use you either it doesn't matter, because actually the water, if you put dried lentils in the water will soak into the lentils and cook the lentils for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
But if not, you still use the water and it was all still
Fabulous.
the water.
Brilliant.
We use I use dry for this. I use dry green lentils, and I also used those Merchant Gourmet. I'll show you what I have. I'll show you. Hang on. It's like this.
I was going to say Ottolenghi has the most amazing restaurant on Upper Street in Islington.
Oh my
And the
God.
food there is a sensation. When in the old days, when we could go there, it is the best in the world. It is sensational.
It is sensational. Have you been there?
Yeah,
I've never been.
loads.
I've been. I love him.
Oh my God,
More
it's
than anything.
amazing.
Oh my God.
Bob,
my-
when this
So
is all
you-
over and we can
so these
go, we're gonna treat you to Ottolenghi with the
Come on, let's all
WonderBirds.
go to Ottolenghi.
Yes.
Yes.
Because you'll
Let's
love
have a
them.
look at what have you got there, darling.
So they're Merchant Gourmet. They are called.
They're fabulous.
Beluga
They are
lentils.
brilliant.
I swear they are the best, and they're
They are.
you just stick them in, and
Yeah,
that's
and you get them at all supermarkets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Merchant Gourmet.
everywhere. Literally, I went into the co-op
Fabulous.
and I found them. So
Yeah.
everywhere they have them now, and they are just
Exactly.
so easy.
So, darling, this recipe, you will give the Ottolenghi recipe. You will give it so we can put it on our website.
I'll do the front cover.
Our blurb.
It's called Flavour. And
Yeah.
I'll show you the front cover. The front cover is a work of art. It looks like look at Warhol. It looks amazing. And inside, and I'll take a picture of the way.
Oh, wow.
And the recipe.
Fabulous.
I'll send them both to you because they are.
Fantastic.
I'd love to publicise him because he's amazing. When
He
he's
is
you.
when
absolutely
he
brilliant.
did lasagna on Saturday Kitchen, they try to hurry him up.
That's brilliant, Bob.
Yeah, I mean, we've got to move on. You know, the news is coming on soon, and Football Focus, and blah blah blah. And he's going, no, I will take my time. This is
Good. Good.
Good for him.
Well done for him.
Fabulous. Oh, thank you,
Bob,
darling.
How is Holby going at the moment?
Holby is interesting.
Yeah.
It's harder than ever because we have to have the restrictions. So therefore, we have to constantly have the windows open because that's
No.
so
Freezing.
Freezing.
when it was snowing. It was.
Oh, no.
But it's so cold it made you laugh. You know when you get giggly when it's just ridiculous,
Yeah.
Yes.
ridiculously cold or something like that.
Are you wearing
you're
thermals
outside.
and things? Are you
What?
wearing thermals and things? Are you
I got
wearing thermals?
Thermals, but because I was wearing scrubs. They're like pajamas, so I could have thermal bottoms, but I couldn't.
Oh, brilliant.
I was literally shaking. I couldn't speak. They were going action, and I was going.
Oh,
What's the
no.
matter with you? And I'm like, it's -5 in here. That's what you can't talk.
Oh, how
Oh,
old.
lips frozen.
Frozen. So they brought these old heaters in, one of those old massive, like a red rad.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're
Yeah.
not allowed red rads anymore. Have you heard this? I said to one of the cast, I said, what happened to red rads? Red rads were great. They kicked out loads of heat, blah, blah, blah. And so they said, because people died.
Exactly.
Because it was really dangerous. 'Cause
Really?
The gas they kicked out was really
Of course.
bad.
That's why.
Oh,
So they're
Health
not,
and
they're not
safety.
gassing, they're not freezing you to death at Holby, they're gassing you.
They're gassing us. They're not freezing us. They're gassing us. So that's good. But yes.
well, but at least you stayed open. I mean, Curry and Emmerdale shut down again, didn't they?
I know, and actually, do you know what? I want to say it's the people who've kept it running are amazing.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
We've kept
Brilliant.
it, you know, Kate Oates and Deb Sarte who run the show. They are incredible how they've done it. Really,
Yes, I think
Amazing.
so. Yeah.
you know, and they've kept the whole thing going, and we are so grateful to be working because you know I get home
Yeah.
with my mates and they're going nothing going. You know, so
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know how
really-
they feel, darling.
I know.
We do.
That's why we're here.
We've got this.
You're,
Well, Bob, we are going to send you
National
some
Trust.
lovely, we're going to send you some lovely vegan wine from Wines with
Oh my God.
Stories to say thank you.
thank you. Well, thank you. It's just the greatest pleasure. It's always.
Oh, thank you, darling.
Thank you,
It's so
darling.
lovely
And
to
it's
see
very
you.
important. Keep
And
hydrated
thank
with the
you for
wine,
the time
darling.
that you give
I
us
will.
on your day off.
Yes,
And
thank you,
Bob,
darling.
Bob, so next time, can it be, let me think, maybe a pie?
Yes.
Because then you'd have to do vegan pastry.
Yes, which is
Ooh,
interesting.
The
Yeah.
gauntlet is
Hard
down.
thing to make.
The gauntlet
But
is
doable.
down.
There you are, a pie.
Pie. I will make you a pie.
Okay,
I'm
there you
that's
go.
a Sherry
Thank you,
challenge.
darling.
Clearly.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Thanks, darling.
See you
Thank you
very
so much,
soon,
Bob.
Bob.
Lots of love.
Or
Sweetheart.
Francesca, as we
Bye.
should say.
I will. I will.
Bye.
Bye, darling.
Oh, that
So,
looks so
that was-
delicious.
My Bob Barratt, because he is my Bob Barratt, because he only cooks for me.
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry, girls, but you've noticed now, so that's your problem.
We have.
And that's my ragu.
Woo!
I'm going to cook it myself.
Oh yes.
Can't wait.
Fabulous.
Yes,
We'll
please.
all come over, darling.
Yes.
we
No,
won't.
I need a man, not a man, but I need, somebody exciting to come over. Sorry, girls.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. Not
Well,
us,
thank
yeah.
you, thank you
Not
very
us.
much, Sherry, for that. So on Monday, because it is Friday, isn't it? Well, tomorrow we have Richard, of course,
Yes.
and we are
Yes.
talking about our fashion disasters, of which there are many. I'm
Oh,
sure.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mine is-
So we're talking about
Mine
our
is
fashion
just
disasters.
too bad, too disgusting to tell you for a woman of my age to have made that mistake. But anyway, you'll know
Can't
tomorrow.
wait.
That-
Can't
right.
wait.
You're not talking
Uh,
thongs, are you?
No.
And then on Monday, we have Helen Field, the author, and the wonderful, fantastic Cary Grant is returning.
Yay.
So, hooray, hooray, hooray.
Yeah.
So we'll see you. We'll
Bye,
see you
darling.
tomorrow.
See you then. Bye.